Yo, what is going on, people? This is Joan of Pipney, and welcome back to another main event podcast. This is the first live podcast that we got going on right now, and right now I'm just waiting on Kofi Ohemeng to hit me back to get to me right now. I'm just trying to see how to do everything. Post a comment. Wow, this is the first time I have ever done this, so please keep in mind that I'm a little back. Post comment. Oh man, talk about not knowing how to do your shits, but getting it together. And I could have swore I sent everything out, but it's still not allowing me to do it. But let's get to it. Hopefully, hopefully Kofi will be able to get in soon. Trying to send something right now. There we go. I'm back. Holy shit. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I think there is a link you can put there. I'm trying to do that now, Kofi. I don't know what the dealio is and why it won't let me do it. There we go. Clipboard. There we go. Now you can hop on, bro. Now we can get on to business talking about this bear shit that's been going on over the past week. That shit is crazy. Oh, average time, man, the Bears been messing up. They've been releasing a lot of good players, keeping players that shouldn't even be on the team. A few players I agree with, like Deion Bush coming back, Patrick Scales, the long snapper. But other than that, man, I don't know what's been going on. Let me know what's going on with Kofi. I don't see the link. I just sent it. Could have swore I did. Let me see. Let me see if I can send it again. Banners, comments, more. Post a comment. Let me see if it'll go through. All right, Kofi, that should be it right there. Let me know if that's the link. Mm. Is that the link? Let me know if you see the link, Kofi, so I can get you in here. But basically, what's been going on, man? The Bears week been just pretty much shitty. I don't know what the hell Ryan Pace doing. I don't even know what the Bears is doing right now. But I do know that it's all bad. Oh, I'm doing good, Irish Tom. How about you? I just know that it's just getting gonna have to try to message me on my phone. I don't see the link on YouTube. Oh wow. I don't know why it's not popping up. I sent it. Yeah, I just put in the comment section. Kofi. Just sent it. Right. Post comment. I'm not sending a private one, I'm sending a public one. Just sent another one. It should be right below your message. But just to jump things off, really. Of course, review over the Jermaine Ifedi, who I think that shouldn't have been re-signed because he was a terrible blocker unless they're gonna have him play defense. I guess Patrick Scales being re-signed, Kyle Fuller being released, which just completely pissed me off. I did not expect it. I did hear rumors about them. I did hear rumors about them releasing him because of how much money he making, and with them basically relieving some of the cap, they have to get rid of him. And there's also rumors about them also getting rid of Akeem Hicks, and just basically told him that we gonna trade you basically, and the moment we get the chance to, that's what's gonna happen. And that's what really got me pissed off. And now they trying to trade away Nick Foles, which personally don't really care about that, about Nick Foles not being in Chicago anymore. But at the same time, you traded away your player, traded him away. You did everything possible to get him, to bring him in, and now immediately, now all of a sudden, oh, he's not my guy. With no reason to bring him in the first place. Because of that, you basically just got rid of a fourth round pick for nothing. For nothing. You do everything you can to sabotage Trubisky, and all they did was sabotage themselves in the end. And it seems like with all the decisions Ryan Pace making, along with just Matt Nagy being Matt Nagy, they won't be around long. Now, I have been thinking about it, and it seems like more so with the way the moves is being done, he might be back as in Ryan Pace. He might be back after this following season. He might still end up coming back, and then they just get rid of Matt Nagy instead. That's what seems to be the case on what's really gonna happen. But I guess, man, it's just crazy to think about that. A week ago, just last week, we thought and we swore up and down that the Bears was getting Russell Wilson. That's who we thought he was gonna wind up getting, Russell Wilson, and then it turned around. Russell Wilson not coming. The best thing you can think of is Andy fucking Dalton. You've been better off bringing back Trubisky if that was the goddamn case, who was still more athletic. Some people say he can't read the field, but I'm like, I don't know how he can't read the field. He probably have some things he needed to work on, but clearly he can read the field if he was 29 and 21, and he would have had an even better record if his rookie season wasn't such a wash because he was with, of course, John Fox and everything. I'm worried Pace is staying. Oh, Pace is staying. Pace is definitely staying. I will say that much. I don't even see it on the comment section. Wow. Yeah, but that man is definitely staying. It said a guest. There we go. There we go. Invite guests. Hold on, why it won't let me do it? Hold on. I see you. I see you. How come it won't let you in, man? I see you on here, Kofi, but it won't let you. Let me see there. So I can put it down and see if it's gonna actually allow me to put it in. There we go. Guess. Oh damn. Let me see. Guess. I see you in there. Getting worried with my comedy routine. It's not really bad. Sorry, off topic. It's all good, bro. Try to get you in here now, Kofi. Exit solo layout. Stop mic. Why won't it let me get you on here, Kofi? I see you. Because I definitely know for a fact that Pace is coming back for sure. years. I'm just looking at how everything is, and of course he's coming back, and it still won't let me put Kofi on here. Wow, I don't know what happened. My guy supposed to be with me, but for some reason it won't allow me to do nothing like I want it to be. Whose job is it to coach him to read the field? Nagy, that's who. Gonna hope that Nagy can develop a rookie. Nagy couldn't fucking coach nobody like the fuck he's supposed to. That man supposed to be doing what the hell he's supposed to be doing, but I haven't done none of it whatsoever. Okay, there we go. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, there we go.
Yo,
I
can you see
almost.
me?
Yeah, I see you now.
Yo,
There you
yo,
go.
finally, damn, man. Freaking
I
StreamYard,
know,
bro.
right? Yeah, I know. StreamYard shitty as hell.
It's some
But
BS, man.
yeah, as you can see from one of our guests, Ken Capers, he would just say, "Whose job
Uh,
is it to coach him to read the field?" That's Nagy, and we hoping that Nagy can develop a rookie that we draft. Ludicrous, of course it is, because that man, oh, yeah, that man
We're
literally
not
just
talking about the brand.
told Trubisky, right? He just took a step back with Trubisky and just said, "Fuck it, I'm not coaching him." After having a successful season because Trubisky wasn't running the
You
playbook
freaking
like he wanted
saved
to.
you saved your ass, man.
Yeah, save their jobs. He the only reason why Ryan Pace and of course himself is back. But I think just based on the way the moves that Ryan Pace is making, he's gonna be back after the season. Matt Nagy's gonna be gone because ain't no way in hell that ownership is gonna allow you to release all of those players and basically make the team less valued than it was just a week ago, and then they're going to fire you right after that season. They're going to keep him around. He's going to be around for at least
They
another
have
three,
to
four
fire Ryan
years.
Pace. No, I
Ryan
don't.
Pace
I
is
don't. I don't.
man.
I can't see it happening. I can't see this
Wow.
happening. I mean, look at what Ryan Pace has done for the past half decade, bro. First off, you missed on. You freaking signed Mike Lennon to that awful 3 year deal. You traded up to get freaking Trubisky. You traded up to get Trubisky. You missed out on Deshaun Watson. When everybody and her mama knew that Deshaun Watson was a national champion. Freaking, you
Yeah.
traded to get Nick Foles. You traded your fourth round pick to get Nick Foles, and you know how that played out. That didn't work out well. Fourth, you freaking paid that all that money to Robert Quinn, whose production this past season was a bunch of loaded BS. And
Yeah.
then you freaking signed Andy Dalton, freaking Andy Dalton, to a 1 year, $10 million deal. For
Yeah.
1 year,
Signed
$10 million deal. I mean,
13 million to be
you
exact.
could have,
Actually, that shit crazy.
yeah, with incentives, 13 million with incentives, and that is freaking crazy. Like, why would you give that money to a guy who, with the Dallas Cowboys, he had all those weapons. He had C.D. Lamb, he had Michael Gallup, he had freaking Amari Cooper, and he couldn't do a damn thing with them. So how the hell do you
Right.
expect him coming to the Bears where we don't even have those much as talented, as we are? We're not as talented as Dallas. Dallas has all the weapons in the world, and Andy Dalton couldn't do a damn thing with them. So what do you expect when
I
he comes to
swear.
Chicago? What do you think he's gonna do with what we have?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I'm about to say because I was thinking
Not
about
a
that. I'm
damn
like, hold
thing.
on. I'm like, hold on. They got Amari Cooper. They got Ezekiel Elliott. They got good tight ends, good receivers all around, weapons that's way better than
Good offensive
Chicago's.
line.
Amari Cooper, right? One of the best offensive lines in the league. One of the best in the league, and it
Mm-hmm.
seems like they still
Elite.
couldn't translate to wins. I think how many wins they had last year? What, six, five, six wins?
6 wins, yeah.
And- right, and Andy Dalton
Mm-hmm.
started like what, 9, 10 games, and
Yeah,
couldn't, and it
almost
didn't
always.
work. Right. He started majority of the season. It didn't translate to nothing whatsoever. but the Bears want to bring him in. I'd have been better off if the Bears had brought in Marcus Mariota if they was going to replace
Right.
Trubisky. Have somebody that's still going to be mobile that can still get the ball down the field. And I think he's slightly more accurate than Trubisky when throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Everything else is about the same. I think his decision making skills is probably no, I wouldn't say slightly better because Trubisky will turn
He
the
can't
ball
read.
over.
He can't read
Slightly
defense
worse.
like that.
Right. He reads them at times. I say he read his he can see very well deep downfield, but up close,
Mm-hmm.
it's like his accuracy is a goddamn problem. That's why he turned the ball over so much. One thing with Trubisky that a lot of fans keep
He
forgetting that
doesn't
he
ball
really did
like
not
that,
turn the ball over. Right. He don't turn the ball over. And that's one of the
and he's
main
never thrown a
reasons
career pick
why the
six.
Bears won.
He's never
Right.
thrown a career pick six.
Exactly. He's never done it. The only time someone had the chance to do it was the Falcons, and of course we saw what happened. He ran his ass down like it
He
wasn't
tackled
nothing.
him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm just like overall I'm just be wondering like what the hell the Bears are doing. Of course, I don't know if you was able to hear it, but of course we know about them re-signing Deion Bush, which is a good signing because he did contribute a lot more last year, and he is an excellent special teamer. Jermaine and
And
Fetty,
then
I don't know. Right, I don't know why they re-signed Jermaine and Fetty. Like he couldn't block worth shit last year. What he gonna play defense? Because that's what he originally was, a D tackle.
that just shows you how incompetent Ryan Pace is. You could have gotten
Yeah,
Trent Williams, and then he resigned to San Francisco.
exactly. They could have got Galladay, possibly. Well, no, he probably costs too damn much, but
No, we
they
couldn't
could
have
have
done
got
Galladay.
right. They could have got a few players that I saw that was within the price range that they basically paid Nick Foles 2.0 for. Andy Dalton. That's what I'm gonna call him, Nick
Like
Foles
Juju
2.0.
Smith-Schuster. You could have gotten Juju Smith-Schuster, and then who was that other receiver who was pretty solid? Um, there was another one on the open market. I forgot his name. But I know one of them, Juju Smith-Schuster. He signed for like 8 mil for another team.
Right. That's what I'm like. Come on, 8 mil. You telling me, man, the
And we
Bears
know
could have
Juju
got
Smith,
that
he's
for
pretty solid. He's a pretty solid. Juju Smith-Schuster is a pretty solid wide receiver.
yeah, he run his mouth a lot, but that's really just about it. But other than that, you know, of course, I don't know, man. It's just like the Bears is just it's like they preparing to just to fuck the season up. And us as fans, we
Right,
have to endear that because
right.
unless we just straight up boycott the Bears and don't watch none of their
Mm-hmm.
games, don't tune in to none of their season, and they lose money until then, they're gonna continue to basically do what the hell they want to do with this team, and they're just gonna keep fucking the team over because you got rid of your
Yeah,
quarterback, your receiver.
we're gonna have to do what
Uh,
the Bulls did last year, boycott.
yeah, that's basically what they're gonna have to do because I just don't get it. You got rid of the quarterback that the team loved. The team loved Trubisky, and they seen the improvement,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted him to stay. So you got rid of your quarterback now. Even though Allen Robinson, I believe he's finna sign the franchise tag, but I think that was
Oh, he
only
already signed.
because right he signed it because the Bears was looking at Kenny Galladay. If they would have signed Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson would have been gone. They wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
even bother to keep Allen Robinson if that would have happened. So
Mm-hmm.
because he signed it, that still don't mean he's going to play this season. That still do not mean that Allen Robinson will be playing this season. He can still request a trade because everyone can see the writing on the wall. Everyone can see the writing on the wall on how the season is going to go. 7 wins
Yeah,
max if that they're going to win, and that's a good thing if they win 7 games with the schedule they got and with the players that they have now. We already know they trying to move Akeem Hicks as we speak. They released Cal
yeah.
Fuller, of course, and pretty what
Which
what
is
now
another dumb
after
move.
right?
Another
I'm
dumb
like,
move.
why are you reconstructing people contracts if you're going to release them anyway? that was the case, then you should have just like, and then you released him. You didn't even try to trade for him and get nothing back
Yeah,
for him.
you released him. Released him. That's just disrespectful.
Yeah,
It's like I
multiple
want
time
to
Pro
slap the hell
Bowler.
out of Ryan Pace.
Right, 300 plus tackles since he's been in the league with the Bears. 19 interceptions, 82 pass breakups. And you get rid of one of the best corners in the league. He's top five, top I say top seven corner in the league right now. Of
He's
course, he
top
had a
five
big
right
drop
now.
off. I would
Right.
you could probably interchange him out with other people because other people can be a little bit more physical
He
and
was
help
a
in terms of
well,
press
yeah.
coverage
But to me, he was
because
top
he's
five
not.
because of the passer rating. Like people were not throwing to him that much. Like if you look at pass, even though at times he did get burnt and he was leaving his assignments. But if you look at the whole totality of the season, like nobody was really throwing to him because he was locking people down. It's just that with the whole Chuck Pagano thing, he was putting him 10,
Yeah,
15 yards out. But
yeah,
if
play
you saw him
calling is
play like man,
motherfucker.
yeah, if you saw him really play man to man, like he was locking up his receivers. And he made some. Not only that, he made some game-saving tackles. Like if you saw that Carolina game when
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater was about to run in for that touchdown, it was Kyle Fuller who tackled him, who made that game-saving tackle.
right. He's done a lot of game saving tackles. He changed the game
Hold on.
against the Buccaneers, or he changed the game against the Buccaneers
Oh
with that
yeah, the
John hit that cost.
Buccaneers.
Yeah,
That set the tone, like against Keyshawn Vaughn, and we all remember that.
uh-huh.
We all remember that. I was on Ghost's channel saying like, man, that dude got freaking knocked the hell out, man. I
Oh yeah, he
honestly thought
did
he
blow
was
him up.
knocked the hell out because yeah, he blew him up. I honestly thought that dude was knocked the hell out.
Hell yeah, hold on.
That was
We
so
got a
bad.
comment. We got a
Heard that
comment from
boom.
Kruger 137. The Bears were in a decent spot, just fix a few things, and we could have been better. Now it's pure destruction of the team. Exactly. Pure destruction
Exactly.
of the team. Kruger 137, you spoke it in the best way possible. They definitely destroyed the team. All they needed was to improve the O line. Actually, work with Trubisky this offseason, improve the offensive line, and I'm pretty sure things would have been a lot better for the team. But like you said, getting rid of the best components of the defense. Jalen Johnson, we don't even know how he's fully going to pan out after one season. He so far right now, we don't even know if he can stay healthy. The same questions that we had with Cal Fuller early in his career. So we don't even know if he's going to continue to be around, and if he's going to keep developing in a positive way because he really couldn't catch the ball last year. So hopefully, if things pan out, he can be the next Cal Fuller that we need. And now with this draft, and I think some of our picks are gone. If not, I think we get all our picks this year. The whole purpose was to try to draft players for offense. Now we're going to still have to dip back and get players on defense, which is still taken away from the offense, which is still detrimental to the team. So it's just going to
Because
be
you have an
real rough,
idiot general manager.
right?
You have an
Have
idiot
I mean,
general manager. We have an idiot CEO. We have an idiot owner, and George McCaskey. I mean, seriously, I don't see what you see in Ryan Pace that convinces you why you should keep him. I mean, after that 6 game losing streak, that would have been the final straw for me. Like last season, like how before the trade deadline, you had a chance to get an offensive lineman. You had a chance to get Quentin Spain, one of the guys who the Bills let go, and you had a couple to get other offensive linemen. Ryan Pace never ever did that. We were going through a whole lot of COVID. We got COVID hit badly upon the offensive line, and Ryan Pace he never did anything to address that issue. He didn't pick up any offensive line. He didn't do anything to help the team at all. Not even this past offseason. Like you signed Robert Quinn to that to that deal, which didn't make any sense to me, 13 or 14 million, while you could have put that in the on the offense.
Either that or could at least just kept Leonard Floyd if that was a goddamn case. He was gonna make a huge deal like that because
Yeah,
after what Leonard Floyd did his last year in his contract, he didn't get the sacks, but he was always a terrific run stopper. So that's one of the
yeah, and a
reasons
good
why
coverage.
I do miss him. Right. That's one of the reasons why I do miss him, but I did not miss him not getting sacks. After his rookie year, after that injury, he really phased off a lot in terms of sacks. Of course, he picked it back up because he got better training and with the Rams than he did with the Bears. To let you know how good of trainers that the Bears have, the quality of staff that they have.
And of course,
That
Brandon
Leonard Floyd
Staley was,
couldn't do. Oh, go
you
ahead.
know,
What you
Brandon
say?
Staley was, I said Brandon Staley was also his defensive coordinator too, so he also helped him out.
Yeah. Matter of fact, King Capers just sent something out. Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy together are like mixing pills and alcohol. We're on a joyride to hell this season. Oh, boy, Kent, man, nigga, nigga, yes, yes, my nigga.
Talk about it.
Yes, this might be the only time we all be smiling because by the time it's mid season, shit, we gonna be crying like a motherfucker every time we have
I'm
to do
gonna
a
be drinking
podcast or
Hennessy,
a
bro.
post. Like man,
I'm
that's
drinking some
have
Hennessy.
us right, be drunk as hell, be having us crying, acting like people that get beat up in the hood. Ooh, I swear to God, mad as hell. That shit crazy. It's
I won't
crazy.
even be
It's
mad at that point. To be honest, I won't even be mad at that point because this is what I expected. Like, I mean,
I
at
did
the
not
same time, I
expect
don't
this.
like it.
Man,
I
at
kind of
first,
expected it.
I don't know, man. It was like I was hoping that this wouldn't happen. That's why I did those videos in the past telling Bears fans be careful for what you wish for. Too many Bears fans wanted this rebuild, and now it's happening. Now everyone panicking, everyone like, "Oh my God, I didn't expect this." Now this is what I was most fearful for. Now
Mm-hmm.
before Ryan Pace made all these goofy ass deals, I was actually
Mm-hmm.
like still for Ryan Pace a little bit. I was like, yeah, he did pass on Deshaun Watson. No one knew about
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes at the time, so he did pass on Deshaun Watson, but he did bring in Tariq Cohen. Oh yeah, okay, he did
Mm-hmm.
fuck up at what he did fuck up with Adam Shaheen, but he has brought in a lot of good free agents. He has brought in good draft picks that has panned out for us, like Eddie Jackson. Hopefully Jalen Johnson can continue to develop.
And Roquan.
Vildor, right? Roquan Smith, Vildor, those guys that still contributed here and there or contributed completely. So now after this week, I'm like, okay, what the hell are you doing? What the fuck is going on? Like I really don't get this type of fiasco that's going on. Really, King Capers, hold on, Kruger, 137. What are your thoughts on the draft? We aren't in a good spot for a top person. Do we try to get a quarterback or the best person available? Most likely, that's what the Bears is going to
I
have
can
to do.
see,
They're going
man.
to have to do that. They're going to
I
have to
see the
draft a
situation
quarterback and
almost
see who.
right.
Go ahead,
I
say
see.
what you were saying.
I see the situation. I see the situation almost similar to 2017, like with Andy Dalton being like Mike Glennon, and then whatever draft, like we're trading up probably to get like a quarterback because that's the only way I see it. We have to draft. We have to trade up to draft a quarterback at least in the top 10 because all those quarterbacks on the mock draft or that was being mentioned, like Trey Lance, freaking Trevor Lawrence, um, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, and who's that other guy? Zach Wilson. They're all going to be gone by the time we get there. And so, because we know that
I
the
don't know.
Washington football, you don't
No,
think so?
continue. You said the Washington. No, you said the Washington football team. What?
Well, I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think the Washington football team might draft a quarterback because I mean, look at freaking they got who Ryan Fitzpatrick for like a 1 year deal for them to be their quarterback. I mean, I don't think he's going to be like the. Of course, he's not going to be the quarterback for long term, but he's also going to be like a bridge quarterback. I might think. I'm saying might. It's a possibility, but I think they might get a quarterback as well. And of course, you also have who else? What other team that needs a quarterback? Um, who else needs a quarterback? Uh, well, that's one of them. I don't know. I don't know about the New England because they re-signed Cam Newton, but
Yeah, but I don't mean they won't draft a quarterback. How many quarterbacks is in the draft? I ain't lost count. I think it's like 7 or 8 of them, ain't it? That's
I think it's like
actually
5 or 6
top tier.
or something.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably gonna be maybe 10 to 12 quarterbacks total, and then you got maybe 5 or 6 that's top tier, maybe two that is
Mm-hmm.
mid tier, and the rest is low. So if that top
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 is gone, and the Bears don't trade down, they're gonna have to take what's best available and actually try to develop the motherfucker. Because if they don't,
Hey,
they already trying to get rid of Nick Foles, so they already letting Andy Dalton know that this basically gonna be his team for the year. So he don't have no extra pressure added on. So I don't know. If they do draft, most likely it's not gonna be like the Glennon situation. They're going to actually keep Andy Dalton in there. They already saw their mistakes. If they would have just kept Glennon in there and actually possibly developed Trubisky like they were supposed to, then we probably wouldn't be having this conversation about Trubisky going to Buffalo
yeah,
or anything like
right.
that. That shit wouldn't be happening. And then plus, if the coach was more competent, then we definitely wouldn't have that problem. King Caper sent something. Do you think Pace will use our picks to try to move up? And well, we just answered that about moving up in the draft to get a quarterback. It's a possibility. It's a real big possibility that they might use up some more picks either this year or next year just to get a quarterback for this year. Kruger 137. The only thing I could think of is trading with Miami or Atlanta to get a quarterback. Miami might be the best pick to try to do it because I don't know if Atlanta gonna get rid of that pick because they probably still thinking about whether they should
They're
get a
gonna.
new
I think they're gonna
quarterback.
get Zach Wilson. I think they're gonna get
Right,
Zach Wilson.
right. That's why I'm like Atlanta not giving up that pick. Miami, they have their quarterback right now. I'm guessing they have a quarterback. They'd be more of a possible destination for the Bears to like wherever they seeded it in the picks. That probably be the best option for the Bears to try to get from Miami because everybody else they not getting rid of them picks if they need a quarterback. In Atlanta, they gave up on
Right, and
Matt
then
Ryan. So go ahead.
yeah, they did. And then what you call it? Because I know Miami, they're gonna try to stick with Tua Tagovailoa, but I think they might get a receiver in the draft probably. Because from what I heard, I think they also signed a receiver. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know who, but I know Miami. They made some moves this offseason. I can't remember who they signed, but I think they're gonna use their Miami probably might draft up to trade with us, or they might keep it, or probably get like a pick like Devontae Smith from Alabama, or like a Kyle Pitts or something like that.
Okay. See, I'm about to say, see, I don't really follow too much college football anymore because it just got kind of boring to me seeing somebody get blown out every damn week. No, almost seeing almost
Oh
every
yeah,
game on the stat line 45-13. I'm like, damn, this ain't worth watching. Everybody
yeah,
getting murdered
competitive.
like that. Right, too many
Yeah,
people get murdered in college football for me to have to watch that shit.
all right.
But the thing is, man, we still just all we can do right now is just go along with the ride and see how things can go with
Oh,
the
they got
Bears.
Will
So,
Fuller. Will Fuller. That's
who?
what they got. Will
Oh
Fuller.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Will
They got one of the
Will
Fuller
Fuller.
brothers.
Yeah, Will
Shit,
Fuller.
they might mess around and bring Cal there too. As far as we know.
No, no, Will Fuller is not related to them. Will Fuller the fourth.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, he was on the Texans. The Texans.
Okay.
He was
King
that wide
Capers just
receiver that used to be on the Texans.
okay. King Capers just
Yeah,
put. I heard Miami wants that offensive tackle. That's their top 5 pick. So yeah. So if they want to tackle, yeah, they not get. If
yeah,
they want to really draft a
they're not.
real high tackle, they not giving up that pick either. the the Bears might just be stuck at number 20. They might
Yeah,
just be stuck at number 20, and they're gonna have to take who's best available in the draft. Matter of fact, I hadn't even seen in the news that basically the Bills is gonna get Trubisky ready for the following season, and then there's a small, very small possibility that after the season with the Bills, that the Bears is supposed to try to bring him back. I don't listen. That sounds ludicrous as fuck, but that's what I heard. That's probably what's going to happen. That they said he
just a
basically got
scale.
sent to Buffalo
That's
for
just a
training.
scale.
Right. This one I'm like,
That's
oh
just a
no,
scale.
man. That shit sound backwards as hell. For him to have to go to another state to get training because you have inadequate training in Chicago, and then come back and then try to save the team a second time around. That ain't gonna happen. Most
And,
likely he's gonna fuck around and be a Jet. That's probably what's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen. The
Right.
Jets probably gonna sign him. They probably gonna have him do a little battle with Sam Darnold. He's gonna beat out Darnold and take over the starting job,
Hmm.
and then give the Jets some damn hope because I don't know. I just had to speak on that story because I seen it, and I just want to know what you thought about that ludicrous story.
I don't believe it. He's not gonna. He's not coming back to the Bears. Let's ship this out. Nagy doesn't want him. Pace doesn't want him. The ownership doesn't want him. So let's just end this whole story about him coming back to the Bills or coming back to the Bears because it's not happening. I
I
mean, the
think
thing
well,
about the
I
Bears is
think
that
ownership ain't saying nothing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I think about the Bears, man, is that this ownership or this team does not know how to develop quarterbacks. I mean, if you looked over the years, we had Cade McNown. That guy was like one of the worst quarterbacks I ever seen in my life. That guy
Oh
couldn't
my
even
god.
like get on the field. Like he's always getting in trouble. And we had Wes Grossman. Um, I mean, he was good for a couple seasons, and then he completely fell out. We had Kyle Orton. We traded him, and then we got Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler, he was talented, but he didn't have that mentality. He didn't have that leadership mentality to really help this
Right.
team to get this team over the top. And then of course you had Trubisky, with Nagy, Nagy being
All the
his
heart in the world.
egotistical, yeah,
Yeah.
Nagy being so egotistical, only caring about his playbook, always talking about be you, when this whole philosophy of being you has not even helped out the team, has freaking derailed this team down to the ground. I mean, I just can't understand why we are so cursed, why we can't get a quarterback. Like, I am almost 30 years old. I've never seen the Bears win a Super Bowl. I'm, you probably you haven't seen the Bears win a Super Bowl too. You know,
Hell
we
no,
both
I'm
haven't
born
seen it.
'89.
Yeah, yeah. You never seen the Bears win a Super Bowl. And like the fact that this organization, right? When I think of the Chicago Bears, right, I think of the history. I think of being one of the founding members, the charter franchise of this NFL, and the way that this team is being run by this ownership, this incompetent owner named George McCaskey and his mom, is just speaks volumes, just speaks so much volumes as to why a lot of the ESPN pundits, why they laugh at us, why they say, "Oh, this Bears team, they're a joke." And then every time they always talk about Green Bay or Aaron Rodgers, it just makes me sick to my stomach. Like we should be like the New York Yankees. We should be like the New England Patriots. But we haven't been relevant in like 36 years, 36, 37 years. We haven't been
Yeah.
relevant, and it's just that really can't
Uh,
see that an organization like the Chicago Bears, a historical organization. This just isn't like the Houston Texans or the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the
right.
Chicago Bears, the charter franchise in the NFL,
The original team, one of the originals.
the original team that's
Yeah,
being
I
run
don't know.
like a mom and pop shop.
That's basically how it's been ran. It's been ran like that. I would say it didn't really start getting ran like that until whoever
Until
I've
George
been trying to
Dallas
I've
died.
been right. I've been trying to forget motherfuckers' names. I would say it was the '90s because the Bears still made the playoffs throughout the early '90s, from the '80s throughout the early '90s. I say more so when they hit
Mm-hmm.
around '98, '99, right around the
Mm-hmm.
time when they signed Ted Phillips. That's when shit started going downhill. Now, luckily, at that time we did have some competent coaches and we did have some competent draft scouts. So that's why we wind up having Brian Urlacher, Briggs, Tillman,
Mm-hmm.
Azuma,
We
Mike
were highly
Brown. But it's
competitive in
like
the 2000s.
right, but it's just that management is the key to everything. You have to be able to manage everything adequately. And if you're not able to manage your team right, everything eventually falls apart. And that's basically what's been going on this season. Everything was in place for the Bears to be able to do very well this season. They had everything almost in place. They just had a few small spots that they had to improve. And now it went from maybe 3 or 4 areas they need to improve on to maybe now 15 areas they need to improve on. The quarterback situation still has not been answered. So I don't think I'm guessing Chicago is destined never to have a good quarterback. And by the time they do, shit, I'm probably not even gonna be fucking alive. We probably not even gonna be alive by the time the Bears have a good quarterback. And most likely when they do get that franchise quarterback, the team is going to be so damn terrible that it's not going to make a difference in the first place. So it's like, I
I hope
guess,
that
man, our
doesn't
best
happen.
quarterback was Jay Cutler. Our best quarterback
That's
all
so
time
sad.
is Jay Cutler, a man that didn't give
Yeah,
a
and
shit.
after Jay Cutler and
I
Sid
don't
Luckman,
know,
our best quarterback. That's so
right?
sad.
And then after him is who? Trubisky, really?
Trubisky,
Yeah, yeah.
a
It's
freaking
basically
backup
how it
quarterback.
is, right? Who else would be after him? Jim Harbaugh,
Right.
Jim
Or
Harbaugh,
no,
and then
Eric
maybe
Kramer, Eric Kramer or
right,
something.
right. Or Jim McMahon. There we go. Jim McMahon.
Yeah,
Then Jim
yeah.
Harbaugh. Then who?
And
Who
Eric.
you gonna choose between Cal Orton, Shane
No,
Matthews, and Jim Miller?
no, I put Eric Kramer over Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh was not that good.
Okay,
Like he
yeah.
was not
Eric
that
Kramer
good.
did.
Not that.
Yeah, Eric Kramer did throw for almost 30 touchdowns there. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
I'll say Jay Cutler, Sid Luckman, and Jim McMahon, Eric Kramer, uh, like Rex. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. The third one is Mitch Trubisky, and the fourth one is Eric Kramer, and then no, fourth one is Jim McMahon, and then Eric Kramer, and whatever y'all can do. I don't care about
you said fuck the rest of them. Only reason why I would probably
that.
the only reason why I probably would include Rex Grossman is because he did get us to a second Super Bowl, even though after that first
Right.
six games, the man just completely just fell the fuck off. He
He was
went
really the
from being
defense,
on
man.
pace, right? Well, the
Hmm.
first month he was a dog because he was on pace to
Yeah, he
throwing for
was.
like 40 touchdowns. He was on pace for doing that. He was in the MVP chatters and every goddamn thing in there.
Yeah, he was.
That
And he
was it
won like
for that.
offensive player of the month.
Yeah, I remember that month. I kept all the newspapers from that season for a long time.
It was
Just
in like
because
the
that season
September,
was like
October.
it was September. It was the first month because I think the
Yeah.
first month he threw like 9 or 10 touchdowns. I only had threw like 1 or 2 picks up leading up to that Cardinals game. So,
Yeah, that Cardinals game,
but
man, he was god awful.
that was after that game. That was the rest of the season. That was the rest of the season. And then he had 2 decent playoff games, and after that, of course, the Super Bowl. You know, crying tears still to this day for that shit. But
I was pissed off
we've
that
been
game, bro. I
going,
wasn't even crying.
man. I wanted to smoke and I couldn't because I was like 16. I was 17 when that happened, so I couldn't do shit. I was 17 when that Super Bowl hit, so I couldn't do a goddamn thing at that time. But Kofi, we've been running for about 46 minutes. Anytime you want to just end it right now, we can because there's not much more we can talk about. All we doing
Yeah,
right
it's just
now is pretty much ranting because we still just pissed off about what
yeah.
happened with Cal Fuller and everything else. And we know this team is
And
gonna
we
be
got
shit.
freaking Desmond Trufant. Desmond Trufant.
Right. The man that get burnt himself. And we did bring in Blackson
Right.
too, as a side note. The human
We
man,
didn't bring in Michael
he got
Blackman.
right.
We didn't bring in
Motherfucker. We
Michael
got
Blackman.
yeah, we got that nigga up
You
in here.
couldn't continue with this shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
This one
man.
I'm like Desmond Tufant the only player I know that got burnt more than a Mukamara. He got
Oh
burnt more
God.
than a Mukamara in 2019, and
You know, you
Mukamara was
know,
getting burnt
you
to
know,
death.
and you know it's gonna
So
be
Deshaun
bad. You know
Watson.
it's gonna be bad, and you know it's gonna be bad in 2021, especially with the schedule that we have.
Yeah, man, that schedule. When I saw that schedule, you see this face. This the same face I made. I was like, ain't that about a
Right.
bitch? This had Deshaun Watson any
Take my glass.
chances? Hell no. Hell no. The Bears gonna have to give up picks all the way to 2028 just to get Deshaun Watson now. Especially after everyone
Right.
heard about the news about what the Bears offer Seattle. Man,
Mm-hmm. And they still
Texans
declined.
will rape their ass. Right, the Texans will rape the Bears for everything just to give up Deshaun Watson. That
And
mean that
speaking of
mean
Deshaun Watson, man, what's up with him? You know, with this whole organization, I think they're trying to sabotage him.
yeah, they is. I about to say he said no, he don't want to play for them. So now all of a sudden they ain't brought up some bitch out of nowhere talking about the nigga and
Right.
touched
All
her
these females.
inappropriately. I'm like, man,
Get the
get the
hell out
fuck
of
out
here.
of here. Yeah, you was like, no, I don't want to, and suck that. Man, I don't even want to get booted off YouTube. So let me stop. Listen to a whole
Yeah,
nother.
you stop the stream
Right,
now before it gets really bad.
right, because it was finna get real bad. I was finna go right off key real quick and get deep into that. Like, man, ain't nobody worried about them hoes. Soon as he signed that deal with,
Right.
soon as if he signed that deal with the Texans, all of a sudden them bitches gonna go away. That's one thing we do know for a
Mm-hmm.
fact. Once he signed off on that deal,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna go away. Or all of a sudden it was a misunderstanding. But if he continues to say that he don't want to go, they're gonna try to shut him down completely. Now, at the same time, we still don't know if this man is just literally out there grabbing bitches by the pussy like Donald Trump either. He could be one of them niggas because he famous. That could be the
Mm-hmm.
case too. Because
Yeah.
it was a few guys that I know that was like that wasn't famous. I had just turn around and
Mm-hmm.
just be doing shit like that. But yeah, man, we've been going on almost an hour now, so we're gonna end it right now, guys. And we're gonna be doing this again. We're gonna try to do this every week. So even if you want to be a part of it too, like we on screen, if you want to hop on there too, You can as well. We don't discriminate. We allow all guests on. But this gonna be it for us, and we'll catch you later, guys. I'm gonna holler at you, Kofi.
All right, man. What's up?
All right.